This one, David ate a bowl of rice. Rice is digested into sugar. After 3 hours, right, the doctor measured the amount of sugar in different parts of the small intestine. Now, the chart shows the amount of sugar at various parts of the small intestine. So before you do that, would you be able to identify what is the topic? Anybody? Okay, so it's restated here. The topic is on digestive system. Okay, if you take a look, right, over here on the left-hand side, okay, now, the key word here is rice is digested into sugar. And this table shows the amount of sugar. Okay, so now, if you take a look at this on the left-hand side, right, there are Q, R, and S. A lot of students have this misconception. They will think that Q, R, and S belongs to different parts of the body. No, because in this question itself, they tell you that it is in they are different parts of the small intestine, meaning to say they are all belong to the small intestine. So for part A, the amount of sugar increased between Q and R. So you need to explain why. So you can see there's an increase from here to here. Okay, so you need to compare. Yes. So now the thing is that concept check. Do you all know where does digestion occurs? So occurs in the mouth, the stomach, and the small intestine. So how should you answer for this part A? Now, what you need to tell is that there will be more digestive juices in contact with the rice, increasing the rate of digestion. Hence, the amount of sugar increase. So if by noticing this, the way I answer, right, it actually answers the B and the C part. Back with evidence, and then C confirm concept. Okay? Okay, so next one. Okay, let's move on to B. Now, so same thing also. Now B, the amount of sugar decreased between R and S. So you need to explain why. So same thing also, this is still on digestive. This whole question is on digestive system. Okay, so now the thing is that with the keywords here, okay, which is the same thing, we are still doing on the small intestine because Q, R, and S, they are still on the small intestine. Now B, amount of sugar decreased between R and S. So if you see here, R and S, this part here, it decreased. So you need to explain why. So now for this part here, you have to mention that between R and S, right, digested food will be transported to all parts of the body through the blood. Or you can say that digested food will be absorbed by the bloodstream. Hence, the amount of sugar decreased between R and S. Okay? So this is necessary in order to get a full 1 mark. So some you say, do we need to write so much? It is not much, but to actually make your answers more complete. So this is how you should answer it. Okay? So far, okay? Any questions? Okay. Oh, somebody asked, there will be more digestion happening at R than S. Okay. Yes, because at R, right, there will be more digestive juices in contact with the rice. So during this part there, okay, this is for part C. So just now the earlier question, right, there will be an increased rate of digestion. Can we talk about the amount of digestive juices for B? Digestive juices can for B, okay? But what about the digestive juices? They are mentioning about R to S, this portion here. Okay, so of course, the thing is that you see, as the food is passed through, right, the digested food will be absorbed by the bloodstream. Hence, the amount of sugar decreased between R and S. So if you notice at various points Q, R, and S, definitely there is digestive juices. Okay, so let's move on to part C. Okay, now, so part C, right, they ask you that undigested food enters an organ after leaving the small intestine. Name this organ and state its main function. So what are the key words for this question? Okay, Teacher Shirley, can you help me to click? Okay, so this is still the same. So the question, keywords that they ask you is the undigested food. Okay, so now the thing is that name the organ, okay, and state its main function. So what should the organ be? Okay, some of you say, okay, I see some answers. Any more other answers? Very good. Some of you get it correct. Well done. Large intestine. Yes. Okay, but why is it large intestine? Now remember, water is absorbed from the undigested food. Now, there is a very common misconception about this one, okay? Now, the common misconception is that a lot of students, they will put large intestine absorbs water from undigested food. No, okay? Water is absorbed from the undigested food. So remember this.